Welcome to another travel edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. What do you got going on in here, honey?
Just packing up. As everyone knows, we do our reviews after our stay. So the rooms have been lived in, but we can't really give it a good review as far as soundproofing, street noise, the bed, etc., unless we've spent a night here.
Yeah,
so.
or use the kitchen, which I...
Yes.
What is this one? This is
So
a
this
Residence
is a
Inn, right?
Residence
Yeah.
Inn, and this is your very basic standard Residence Inn. They all have this kind of, it's not a full-size refrigerator, but it's not a mini, but it's perfect if you're, you know, traveling with food or a cooler like Jeffrey and I do.
For us, yeah, we end up eating at the hotel quite a bit on the road because we're just in here to sleep, really.
Exactly. And it has a 2-burner and it has a dishwasher, and we don't use microwaves, but it does have a microwave. There is no oven or anything like that.
Nice high ceilings, I'm noticing.
And it almost always has a seating for 2. So this one has the standard counter. We stayed at one in Riverhead, New York. It was almost identical to this. Again, they've got the corner couch right here.
Did we say where we are, by the way? I don't think we did.
We didn't, Jeffrey. Tell them where we are, because this is definitely a place to leave off your bucket list.
Oh no, this is a great stop. We're in Texarkana. We're in between, it's a great place to stop if you're going between Dallas and St. Louis.
100%. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it that this isn't going to be next to, you know, Bali or even in the U.S. Scottsdale or Moab. This is a place where you're stopping through when you're going between 2 different places.
I don't know. I think a lot of people at the Chick-fil-A might disagree with you.
Jeffrey.
I don't know what the draw is, but there's a Chick-fil-A over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it was packed around the clock last night and packed this morning. So there was a traffic jam at this Raising Cane's, which is a chicken finger place. But I don't know what it is, but people love this stuff.
People here in, what do you call it, Texarkana?
Texarkana.
Texarkana love their chicken.
Texarkana.
Texarkana, and it's between Texas and Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the name came
I
from.
believe so.
And I do believe there's an awesome college here. I think Texas A&M.
It's
is
close
right
by. That's
near
what you
here.
said.
Yeah. And so as you can see, this room has a lovely view of the Chick-fil-A, the Office Depot, and the PetSmart.
Well, we're close to the highway, which we're getting on right here in
We
5
are,
minutes. That's good
but
news.
I have to say, I did not hear a sound last night.
I agree.
The soundproofing was great as far as everything goes. I could hear the people above us. That is one of my pet peeves. We almost always request the first floor, especially if we're staying for a while. We were staying in another Residence Inn for a month, and we had a jumper above us, so we did have to move rooms because that little guy was jumping 24/7. I don't think he ever stopped.
Yeah, I don't think it was just a jumper. He was like, maybe he was training for a triathlon because he was doing lots of laps.
Something. Anyway, this is your Marriott bed. It doesn't look like much, but
It was really comfortable.
It was so comfortable.
Yeah.
And I love squishy pillows. One of my pet peeves are those foam pillows. This pillow was so comfortable, and I don't usually even use my pillow, but I did last night, so that was great. Standard, this is so basic for every single residence, and they've got a little countertop, sometimes lower, sometimes higher.
That's kind of nice because you unload stuff there, so you don't have to pile in the bathroom.
I like the high one. Closet and
standard bathroom.
Very standard bathroom with a shower, good size shower. And one thing that Jeffrey and I are learning when they're redoing these showers, they're putting the on-off opposite of where the shower head is. If you're building a house, this is great advice to take from these hotels that are, you know, redoing this, so that you can turn it on without getting your hair wet, or if you want to turn it on before you've undressed without getting your clothes wet.
No, it is great advice. We did that in the last house. I mean, there's no need to have the on-off switch or the faucet switch is right below the shower head. Why would you do that? Doesn't make sense.
And again, if you are doing some work, usually Jeffrey and I do have a couple business calls. It's a great little setup with a desk. And again, this one has a lovely view of the highway and the PetSmart and the Chick-fil-A. I don't understand. I mean, you guys can't see this, but there are 100 cars surrounding Chick-fil-A and people still trying to get in from off the street. If anybody knows anything about this Chick-fil-A phenomenon, put it down below. Jeffrey and I have never been to a Chick-fil-A. We are plant-based, so we wouldn't
I am gonna Google it on the way out of here.
But we're still curious about the phenomenon. We always want to hear what's cool and happening and why this is so popular. And the other place that you mentioned that last night had a full traffic jam was...
It's called Cane's. I'm looking at Raising Cane's Chicken Finger, but that was causing a traffic jam. And you know, I can tell you here in Texarkana, they're not only not wearing masks, but back to normal. And you know, the restaurants are jam-packed. There wasn't a parking spot to be had. As we drove in, we were just coming in to stay here, but we drove in the Texas Roadhouse and a couple of the other places next door are just not a parking spot to be had.
There is absolutely no social distancing going on here at all. People are out and about, they're having fun, they're living their life just like they always have. So that's that. Hey, if any of you went to Nicolay High School, this is my old high school shirt, and I just thought it was so fun. I kept it all these years. I've got two shirts I really love. One is my Nicolay High
Oh yeah,
School
you're just bragging because you can still fit in your high school shirt. We all know.
No, I'm sure that in high school it probably was like a dress or a tent on me. And I also have one for my camp, Blue Mountain Camp. I treasure both of those. I'm not really a t-shirt aficionado.
No, you aren't.
These are the two.
But you're ready for the rest of the drive back to St. Louis, which reminds me, we gotta get rolling.
We're headed to St. Louis now, and we will review another residence in St. Louis, just to give you a comparison. And I do want to say this is a Category 2. It's the only Category 2 in all of Texarkana. Everything else is a Category 1, which is the lowest you can get in the Marriott chain. And these places are super inexpensive. They range between $70 and $110 a night.
Yeah.
So very, very reasonable.
But it did the trick, and clean. I was happy. The people are very nice.
The people.
Great night's sleep.
On a 1 to 5, the people were wonderful. I give them a 5. On a cleanliness factor, I'm giving it a 4. There were a couple things that kind of tweaked me a little bit. I'm really particular with a kitchen and a refrigerator, so I give it a 4 on that. On the bed, the comfort, I'm giving it a 5. It was really great. Soundproofing, etc. I'll give it a 4 because we heard the people up above us, but we didn't hear any of the street noise, which was amazing. And would I stay here again if I'm coming through? 100%. I wouldn't even consider staying anywhere else. We will book this again the next time we come through this path. I'm wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from Texarkana, Texas, Arkansas.
Yeah, we're on the border.
We're on the border. Peace out.